we're gonna do some Nolan now because we like Nolan. We're Nolan heads over here on this show. Rolling Stone magazine distances itself from rock and roll with the top 200 greatest singers list. Now we got Nolan talking about Rolling Stone, probably in a sick fucking shirt. We know that, right?
This is amazing because, like, so people are mad that there's not enough rock and roll on the top 200 singers list, right?
Yeah,
that was happening.
That's Nolan,
I'm so excited for this.
Yeah,
like,
well, he's gonna be mad.
Oh wow,
about everybody. You know what I mean? He's gonna be. Let's get in there. Let's check out Nolan.
Action Rose.
Welcome to the channel, Michael.
Okay.
Oh, he hates Axl Rose, by the way.
Oh, good.
He's not a fan of Axl Rose. We found out recently a little bit for people that weren't around for the Saturday stream we did, or was it Friday? I don't remember. We found out that he's a salesman. Michael Noland is a sales guy. So
this makes sense.
He said he looked like Steve Jobs.
Yeah. The mock turtleneck.
But finding out that he's a sales guy and a classic rock guy and probably several other types of guy, but yeah, he's a sales guy. He what else did somebody say? He was like a boiler room. He learned from boiler room salesmen from the 40s and 50s is what he said. Also found out he does not like Wilco. And I'm going to throw this out there just because I think it's what?
That's great. That's so funny.
He loves Greta Van Fleet. You are totally right, Lou Bega-Free.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's amazing.
So, he's an enormous Greta Van Fleet. But so I was listening to a video where he was talking about Wilco, and he's like, well, in the late 90s, early 2000s, Wilco was supposed to be the next big rock band, but they didn't rock hard enough. And that's what killed rock music.
Oh, shit. It's Wilco's fault?
Yeah.
Dang.
That's Wilco.
That's brutal. I didn't realize that Wilco killed rock and roll. That's so funny.
If they would have just rocked like a little bit harder, I think we'd be rocking out to rock and roll now. It'd be crazy.
And that is like the era in which I came to like rock and roll adjacent music was all this stuff coming out then. That's so funny.
I love Wilco. I like Wilco.
I think they're fine. They're fine.
I'm the Man Who Loves You is a really good fucking song.
I don't have 20 Wilco songs on my iPod.
But they also have like so many songs. Like they also have like so many good songs that it's not rocking. You know what I mean? But I don't think anybody was expecting Wilco to save rock. I don't remember that being the case.
No, me neither. I don't remember people clamoring for Wilco. I think that was Green Day, right? I think Green Day saved rock and roll.
Well, they helped, yeah. But I bet you if you talk to him about Green Day, he's probably not a fan, I would guess. Too punk for him. He doesn't like punk very much. He hates it. Dolphin Golfin says Jeff Tweedy needs to answer to his crimes to rock. And the Strokes really were like Dumb Guy 69 said the Strokes were the rock and roll band. He's totally fucking right. They were going to be the ones that saved it, and then Napster started, and Wilco was never going to be New York
rock and roll.
Yeah. Wilco was never going to be the big rock band. I don't know where he got this idea. So here we go.
Noland here. This is the bottom line, and tonight we're going to discuss Rolling Stone's latest list, their top 200 greatest singers of all time. People with this list.
I'm going to say this also. There is no list of 200 people that makes sense.
No.
You just can't make a list of 200 things.
It couldn't be ranked, that's for sure.
True.
It couldn't be ranked.
Tony, ECT by Radio Shack did find the shirt for us. $11.40 on AliExpress. So if you want the fucking shirt, they always find his shirt. Every time we do a stream, they find
that's amazing. That's the shirt.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think I might need to pivot.
With a ton
Yeah. I mean, his Nolan shirts are great.
I feel like I would
Of
look pretty
more
jacked in that.
PC oriented.
I mean, you hear what he was just about to say there?
Oh, PC oriented?
Yes.
Oh, and it's funny. My dumbass thought computers right away. I don't know why, but
no,
it's amazing.
This is gonna rip.
Even 10 years ago have even at times disappeared, while we were supplied with this list with a ton of more PC oriented singers.
No.
Now I know I'm a little bit late in getting this list out, folks, but the reason is I live in California.
He's the tribe. Yeah, it's called the the Murder X Bryan stream is very much in the
tribe. Yeah,
Nolan tribe. We're big time. And okay, Nolan's up to 13 patrons. But
that's huge.
Keep me posted. When he gets to 50, I'm there. I just don't want him to know I'm. You know what I mean? Like, if you got 13, you look into all 13.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've been tempted to burn a Patreon, but you can't burn a Patreon.
Yeah, I want every minute of Michael Noland. Like every fucking minute of him, I'm excited.
We need it.
Yeah, and well, California is currently underwater. So I've spent the last few days kind of battening down the hatches and getting the homestead ready for the storm. But you know,
yeah, he calls his house the homestead. That's what normal people do.
Actually. That's totally. It's funny how much that told me right there. I just because I've known about his music, but I just learned so much about him as a person. Yeah. You can't use PC and homestead in the same couple sentences and not be a fucking awful freak.
I got to tell you, I love it when they zoom out and I can see his cowboy hat. That is kind of where somebody find his cowboy hat and I'll wear it on stream.
Oh, you can't find that cowboy hat.
If you find Michael Nolan's cowboy hat, I will buy it and wear it on the stream for sure.
One of our fellow tribalites beat me to the punch on this one. I freely admit that. Glenn Kellaway, a great channel, by the way, folks. You need
from the basement. Glenn Kellaway from the basement.
That rules. Has 1.6 thousand subscribers. That's awesome.
Yeah, Nolan and his boys do pretty well.
To check him out. This man's very, very knowledgeable, especially when it comes to classic rock. And he gave his response. And at the beginning of his video, he said that he fully intended to give a rant, but calmer heads prevailed, and Glenn gave us a more even-handed response to this ridiculous list. But
you know who's not going to do that? The bottom line,
no way.
Michael Noland.
No
the
way.
Tribe expects better.
Yeah, he's the most raw. That's why we're here. We're here because it's gonna get raw.
He's gonna go off.
Calmer heads.
Yeah, Reckery says everyone's knowledgeable about classic rock. I know everything about Zach. Yeah, it's true. Like all of the stuff that he likes, everybody likes.
Yeah, I know stuff about it, and I don't listen to any classic rock or prog rock or anything like that. And I know enough about it. It's just part of the cultural zeitgeist, I guess.
I don't. Billy Mumfries. I think he will yell about Beyonce for sure.
Sure, because he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Oh, Danzig is number 199. Oh, if I hear something bad about Danzig from Michael,
be damned. I'm going to rant. I mean, this list is so obviously Hollywood.
Boy, he about to do it.
I tell you what, just buckle up because I'm gonna rant.
He's fucking sick and tired of all these people being cooler heads when it comes to the Rolling Stone.
Yeah, no, thank you.
List.
Oriented almost. Now, over the years, Rolling Stone's lists have always been a bit controversial. But Rolling Stone, like Disney, has decided that they know exactly what you should know and appreciate. Bullshit. I mean, these Disney. Cretins.
Yep, just like Disney. We're in trouble now. We're in trouble. This is heading in a direction we don't want to hear. And he did say bullshit. Thank you. I'll get bullshit for the sound clips.
It's really good.
Bullshit.
These nimrods must truly think we were born yesterday. Now, I do want to let you guys know
Not
what my
me, I'm old as
criteria
fuck.
are for
Yeah, not me.
Did you think I'm a baby? Did you not see my hairline?
I got a gray fucking beard, man. This is horse shite.
I earned this.
my list, okay? I'm going to be totally upfront with that. First of all, you're going to find a lot of rock singers on my list.
Here, we'll go back.
People,
now.
my friends would be so mad at me if I went to Portland and the sex I decided to have was at some sex club.
At some like rich people swingers club.
I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why'd you
It
do
is
that?
not your vibe, Tony. I guarantee it's mostly straight.
That was the same night we were all having sex anyways. Why didn't you? You fucking idiot. What's wrong with you? And I'm like, it's just so up. Listen, your place is great. It's not your fault. It's the economy, you know, like rent's going up, but pay's not. So I understand. But this place was elegant.
Yes,
this place was so upscale.
There was a photo booth. The thing about it that I'll say,
go
Tony,
perv out together.
Is yes, perv out. Yes,
let's go perv out.
The thing I'll say is that a lot of these places seem like inclusive of queer people, but also I just can't even fucking imagine one would go there. You know what I mean? Like it's just so. This is like the this swinging is like the non-fun. It's like weekend warrior stuff. You know, Tom and Bunny are old pros.
Yeah,
but it's really a weekend warrior sort of situation.
Totally, and it you know, it's cool. Like everyone has their thing. You know, like go ahead and have, you know, really cool straight group sex.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Glampers, but for sex.
There you go. One. Yeah, and like they said, it is expensive. Yeah, that type of style is expensive, and you know, and also as it should be. You know, as it should be to an extent. The problem is not that sex clubs are expensive. The problem is that wages are too low. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
The concerts in Las Vegas are among the
shit. I just played the wrong video. I don't know what's going on. Oh.
Are you gonna check out the not to be a douchebag video?
No, I was gonna do Michael Noland for a minute, and then we could not to be I learned about the punk rock MBA, Tony.
Oh God, I hate this guy. I think I actually know him. He's like peripheral to me.
In real life.
In real life, his do you know about his wife?
Yes, she's anti-woke. Apparently.
Yeah. He sucks. They suck.
Guts, dude.
I followed him on fucking on Facebook for a while because he was like friends of friends. I thought, oh, maybe he was like a cool like DIY guy like that because that's what he purports to be. But he's really like an MLM guy. I'm gonna go pee real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay, let me see if I can get this playing.
Cool.
Noland is my internet bad? You guys think my internet's bad? I don't think it is. It's all red. Everything's red. So I don't know. Let's see if we can get Noland to play here. I'll refresh. Yeah, it's a good idea, but I didn't want to lose my place. Oh no. Red like the Bravada. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Let's try. I'm gonna go yell at my daughter to get off the internet. I'm like using all the bandwidth in the house.
With that, first of all
right, we're here. Well, go ahead and
gonna find a lot of rock singers on my list. That's my favorite art.
I like this. Number 1, rock and roll rules. 1, rock and roll rules. 2, it is a good screenshot. I gotta snip it. I have to do it. Rock and roll fucking rules, man. Where's my snipping tool? I always have it out. You know, it's one of my major used things. I think I'm looking at the wrong. It might not work here. Snip. Where's my fucking snipping tool? All right, fuck it. I guess I'm not going to be snipping. Sorry, can't snip. But I'll say this. I'll never forget. Oh, here it is. Bing bong. New. We are cutting this screenshot because it's incredible. It's like a really good pause.
Rock and roll rules.
That's the first rule, actually, is that
Number
rock
one, yeah.
and roll rules.
Rule number 1 is that rock and roll rules. Rule number 2, rap is crap.
Maybe we'll get into that.
Genre. That's what got me interested in music. It was not only important to me as a musician, but as a fan. I love rock and roll, but I also appreciate great pop,
My life.
blues,
Here he
a
goes. Here he
bit
goes.
of jazz.
Now he starts separating. He always does this, Tony. He's
I
like,
love
I
it.
appreciate blues and jazz and just he names like 7 rock and rolls.
He's
Is the music that he
he's
loves.
an ally, but he's showing you he's an ally.
Yeah,
You know,
he is. Well, he's not an ally. He doesn't like hip hop. He hates that. He hates. I think he hates all the music you like, Tony, because he hates punk.
yeah.
He hates. I know he hates punk. I know he hates hip hop.
He seems iffy about jazz, even.
Yeah,
So-
I don't think he's gonna like sleep at all. I'm gonna say that
No,
right now. I
no.
don't think he's reviewed them. I don't think that sounds like something he would do.
He doesn't appreciate the funk influence of the bass riffs.
Dolphin Golfin, he hates Dolly Parton. He does
He hates Dolly Parton.
because she got in the
Wow.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So here's his trajectory with Dolly Parton. I have no idea how old he is. I'm saying 53. Dolly Parton got put in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah.
And she turned it down. And then the next year they offered her again, and he said somebody got to her, and she went in this time. So he was mad at her for that. Then he said she made a rock and roll album and that it didn't rock enough.
Oh,
So-
okay. Okay. So
Yeah,
yeah, when it came to get the real rock credentials,
Yeah,
she couldn't show a face. It's
Yeah,
fun. Like, why did she? Did she turn it down because she was like, "Listen, I know I'm not rock and roll
Yeah.
enough."
yeah, she did. She said, "I'm not rock," so she turned it down. And then
That's
Michael
really
Nolan
funny.
was like, "That's the greatest thing anybody's ever done. You're a real hero."
She was like, "You guys still only have like 3 black people in there. What's going on?" I thought that was her reasoning.
Lou Bega for Jan Winter is his main enemy.
Even some country western when it's done right. My
You feel me?
second criteria is
You,
that
when it's done
it's
right. Like, what's that about? What kind of right can you make country music?
That-
Hey, I like country more than rock.
It's funny because he's just a teenager, really.
Yes,
Like that's such a teenager opinion, you know.
yes, for sure.
what these singers did with their voice. My third criteria.
Number
for
2, vocals taken to the limit. His rules are maybe now the best things ever.
my list will be what those singers did with their voice.
What's number 3?
That carved new territory and created even a forward movement in whatever genre.
Number
that
3,
singer was
vocals
singing
that
in. And my
changed their genre. So 200 musicians whose vocals changed their genre.
Yep. Yep.
fourth criteria or rule for this particular list: there shall be no Axl Rose on this list or
Oh,
any
fuck you.
other great singers list. First of all, as I go through my
He
top
spelled
20
Axel wrong, I
choices,
think, but fuck him anyway. Axl Rose. Axl Rose is he can go. We didn't know that I knew that he had said he hated him. I didn't know that he like really hated him.
I think I actually like Axl Rose. I think that when he was at his best, I think he was good and had a good voice, and I think that Guns N' Roses did have an important thing that happened.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Axl Rose.
Yeah, I think he rules. I remember my dad, who did not like a lot of rock music because he was very much into just like he was into funk and rap mostly.
Yeah.
He was like, nah, Axl Rose has got something.
Yeah, he's great.
And I was like, that kind of, yeah, that was that.
Everybody in chat's shitting on Axl Rose. I guess you're all a bunch of Nolans.
I'll give you Rolling Stone's choice for that position. And at number 20, Rolling Stone chose Marvin Gaye. All right, so
Oh,
that's
no.
a solid choice. I agree. He
Oh,
should
is it?
be
Oh,
in the
thank
top
you.
Thanks,
20.
buddy.
Thank
That's-
you. I appreciate that. You
That's
fucking
solid.
kidding me? Do you know how fucking good Marvin Gaye is?
It's
Like
a solid choice. He said it was a solid choice, Tony.
I'm telling you real quick though, like anybody in the chat, the last time you put on the song "I Want You" by Marvin Gaye, like that 7-minute joint, go for it one day when you're car windows down type beat, maybe burning one type. I promise you that song is yeah. You better not say shit about Marvin Gaye.
He's gonna say something semi-racist at least, right?
But not this low. Number 20 for me would
Not
be
this low.
Bryan Ferry of Roxy Music. Now, the reason I chose Bryan Ferry is for a couple of
Interesting.
reasons. First of all, I love his silky voice. And second of all, it's how he worked that silky voice that in any other genre would have pegged him as a crooner and put it
Yep,
into
crooners can't be rock and roll.
supplying just enough edge to his voice. Do you see what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
folks?
appreciate
He
it.
worked with his voice. He carved out with his voice.
So did Marvin
practically
Gaye.
a brand
dude.
new subgenre in my favorite art form, rock and roll music.
Oh,
Not only that,
thanks,
but
buddy.
Bryan and company supplied me one of the greatest listening experiences. And of course, I'm talking about their magnificent album, Avalon. All right, so that gets us to
Maybe I
number
need
19.
to check out Roxy Music.
And
I've
Rolling
never really
Stones
given them
number
time.
19
Me neither.
was Frank Sinatra.
Oh.
Again, a wonderful choice, but
suck.
far too low on this list. And I'll talk about that
Far
as we
too
go
low.
along.
Him
Number-
being
Can't
lower
figure out
than
if he means like low as in they should be higher than 19.
no, I think he's saying they shouldn't be 20. They should be like 35.
Yeah, I think so too. That's what I was thinking.
I will say that putting Frank Sinatra above Marvin Gaye is for sure racist.
Oh yeah. That was
I'm just saying that part. Right there.
the thing is when you
I like Frank Sinatra. I think Frank Sinatra's great.
when you get mad at Rolling Stone lists.
Yeah.
That is like kind of it's just bait for that. The people that the other day were like the best Pride songs and only had like 2 gay artists on the whole list.
If you like the Rolling Stones list, then you're not cool.
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not.
Number 19 for me.
I am
would
Italian,
be
so
the
nice try. Nice try.
wonderful voice of Kate Bush. Now, for
Kate Bush? Man, he's surprising like crazy.
Wait, did
A lot of
he
our-
pick Kate Bush or they pick Kate Bush?
He did.
For
Okay.
younger viewers, they are
Cool.
just now discovering how wonderful
Bro, I think
Kate
you
I'm
Bush
shocked.
was
did,
as
too.
an artist.
Me too.
But
I'll bet you money he learned about it from the show too. Yeah, we're looking for the hat, Ridley Sconch. If we can find the hat, I'll buy the hat and put it on. Wear it on my streams.
it's how she played with her voice and so many different changes as she would change her style from album to
He said
album.
she-
And
he
also,
did
by
say
the
she
way,
should be in a
a
Rock and
lot
Roll
of
Hall of
the
Fame, I
musicians
think.
who were in her
Yeah, that
band
makes sense.
were also connected to the Alan Parsons Project, one of
Oh,
my
that's cool.
favorite rock acts, no doubt.
Oh.
All right, so at number 18, Rolling Stone chose Celia Cruz. Never heard of her. Evidently, she's big in
Never heard of it.
Never heard of Celia Cruz.
Could possibly nobody has. If I have,
You can't live in America and not have seen Celia Cruz on a billboard at some point.
well, let's
You know what
hear
I
him.
mean?
Let's. Oh, Albert the person subscribed with Prime.
salsa. Now, salsa is a fine art form in itself.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of it, and frankly, I've never heard of the woman. But
It's a
He's
weird
gonna
way
say
to say
something
it.
funny. He's gonna
Weird
say
way to-
something
that's-
so funny right
yeah.
here. This might be just like on the Classic Rock Guys episode when he brings up Joy Division. He goes, I've never heard of them, but I don't think they should be in.
Yep.
He
I've
said, I
never heard
read
of
a
them. Yeah,
few
I-
articles about them.
It's so funny.
It's the best. It's great.
But at number 18, I would put Roy Orbison. Now, I choose Roy Orbison even over Elvis. So Elvis will not be on this list.
Yeah, dog.
because
Yeah.
Elvis
Oh,
had
no,
the
that's
voice and looks. Roy Orbison, not quite as good looking.
Oh, fuck you. Who
had
are you, fucking
Elvis's
Michael
voice,
Noland?
only better, in my opinion. This man's
It is.
range,
The specific
way
numbers
he
are
held
so
the
funny.
note and everything, As far as I'm concerned, Elvis could only hope that he sounded as good as Roy Orbison. All right, so at number 17, they chose Elvis Presley, of course. But my choice
He's
for
all
number
corny shit, bro.
17 is a singer that I don't even like as a person. But what
okay.
a wonderful voice this guy has. And I'm talking about Don Henley of the Eagles. Now, talk about
why doesn't he?
blue-eyed
What did Don
soul.
Henley do to
You
this
could-
guy? I don't even like this.
I don't know anything about Don Henley. Is he like, is Don Henley woke?
I don't know. He might be a nasty guy, I would think. But the way that he just said Don Henley is very funny. He's a piece of shit. Samantha Blair said he's a piece of shit. Yeah, I mean, they do say he's a giant asshole.
Is he a piece of shit because he dated Stevie Nicks?
No, I just think he's an asshole, it seems like.
Okay,
Let's
I
believe
that. I believe
let's hear
that.
what Michael thinks.
Could swear you're listening to a black singer sometimes with this guy, and yet in the next song he sounds like some hick from Hicksville.
Why don't you just listen to a black singer?
Yeah.
You can swear you're listening to a black singer sing by this white guy, which is nice because it's a white guy.
Singing a country song. This guy has all the chops, and as a songwriter,
The heat
on
is
top
on,
of that,
is
I
very-
think that he wrote songs that he could really experiment with his voice. And good Lord, you can't have a top 20 without Don Henley from the Eagles in it.
okay.
Again,
I could.
don't like the
I could
guy,
easily do
but
that.
I don't have to
Fuck.
like the guy
Don Henley wouldn't make my 200.
No, not an Eagles fan.
to love his voice. All right, that gets us to number 16. Rolling Stone again chooses a good solid contender here.
Who?
Prince. Now, Prince would be in my top 50, no doubt. And even
Okay.
between him and Michael Jackson, I think he did more stretching of his voice than even Michael. But both of them would be.
So
in my
you're
top
telling me that
50
Prince
easily.
or Michael Jackson would not be in your top 20? Prince or Michael Jackson would not be in your fucking top 20?
Yeah.
Like, whatever you say about if you can let Don Henley go, and apparently he did some pretty awful things. Now that I'm looking at the chat, Jesus Christ, what a fucking piece of shit. You know that this is the same Michael Jackson that was in the Jackson 5. Like, there is no more. That has to be. He has to be number top 3, right?
Close,
we'll get
close.
there. But yeah,
But I mean, it's
insane.
50.
Here's where I go out of character a bit, folks. I chose as number 16 a singer who sings a type of singing that I generally just can't stand. You know, those
Cockatoo
singers
Twins.
who sing acrobatically on all of the America's Got a Toilet shows. Vocal acrobatic.
Okay, yep.
Is that America's Got Talent
Yeah.
joke?
America's got
He
a
said toilet.
Yeah.
Toilet.
America's got a toilet.
America's Got Toilet.
Acrobatics galore. I generally hate that type of singing, but I've got to place Whitney Houston on this list.
There you
Now,
go.
she's not
All
only
right.
the only artist in this whole genre that I ever bought an album by, but I bought her very first album and loved her right
That's
away.
the
And,
only
you know, as far
R&B
as-
album you ever bought? Is that what you just said right now, bro?
What it feels like he's saying. A
So
little,
I guess the Weeknd's not making the cut. I guess the Weeknd's not going to be
no,
top
probably
20.
not.
vocal acrobatics, she nailed it, and everybody's been
Oh, I think we'll never get to number 1 here, but I'll say his number 1 has to be.
Can we
Jimmy
skip?
Page.
Can we skip to number 1?
You want to see?
So like, can we skip to like the top 3?
Yeah, here.
Cool. Because I do
not
need
a
to know the
bad choice.
conclusion.
I think placed too high. No, the number 2 vocalist for me.
All right, here we go.
Their very first Please Please Me album, all the way up to and including Help. It's John Lennon's voice that really carries the Beatles.
Okay.
Later on, of
Whatever.
course, it would be
There's
Paul. And if
rat's
there was
ass.
any reason that I liked John secondarily in their second half, is because of his own insecurities. The man didn't think he sounded right. He was always changing his voice, and doing so gave us some magnificent pieces of art, but it was a lot of artificial effects.
Bro, you're talking
at
about
that
John
point because he
Lennon,
didn't
dude.
care for his voice. You know,
Yeah.
if John had stayed singing like he did from their first album through Help, he'd be one step higher on this list. All right, at
Holy
number
shit!
2,
Backlash Jack said he probably does have
chose
two
Whitney
Beatles in
Houston.
the top
Again,
5.
Not a
Yeah, no, now he's like number 2, Whitney Houston. So here we go.
bad choice. I think placed too high. No, the number 2 vocalist for me, the person that usurped just slightly, John Lennon, is the wonderful vocals of Paul McCartney.
Amazing. Amazing. Like amazing. That's so funny. That's so fucking funny. Like I don't like Paul McCartney. I like Paul McCartney Beatles stuff, whatever. But like I fucking hate Wings. I hate solo Paul McCartney. The worst Christmas song of all time is that Paul McCartney song.
Well, and also just 2 Beatles. I know.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I mean, come on, dude. Yeah, Jimmy Page is definitely number 1. I'll bet you. That's. I know him too well.
His partner in crime. Now, the reason I choose Paul slightly over John is because, first of all, the man could do it all. Paul could sing crystal clear on a pop song. Yesterday comes to mind as an example of that, and then turn around and squelch his way almost to Led Zeppelin levels with the wonderful Helter Skelter. The man could do it all.
Yeah, he was
got to give
close
him credit.
to Led
If
Zeppelin
you like
type
John
vocals, which
Lennon
is wild.
slightly better as an artist, I understand. But to say that John Lennon was a better singer than Paul, I think slightly stretches
I would
it
never
for
make
me.
that.
All right, their number 1 choice, Aretha Franklin. And Aretha Franklin would be number 1 on a whole lot of lists,
But not
I'm
mine. She
sure.
would be one.
But
Except
I never
because
heard
of
what she
idiots
sounds like
keep
because I only bought Whitney Houston's album.
Yeah.
missing the boat. They keep forgetting their roots. They keep forgetting that they used to be, more or less, a rock magazine with a
They do
political
forget that.
agenda. And I can't
Aretha Franklin has some
out-argue-
rockin' fucking jams.
Yeah. I mean, you could
Like-
call her rock. It's not a.
Yes, Aretha Franklin's got electric guitar on many songs.
This is going to be so good. I just know it.
Aretha Franklin as being a wonderful vocalist, but not on the number 1 spot of the greatest vocalists of all time. No, that goes to the magnificent, the wonderful, the true king of vocalists in any genre whatsoever, Robert Plant of Led Zeppelin.
Well, we knew.
This
We
man
fucking
destroyed
knew. Boring.
Amen, brother. I couldn't tell you. I don't know what the fuck he sounds like.
So one we had. So the top 3 here. John
That's
Lennon.
so funny.
Number 3. Paul McCartney. Number 2.
Yeah.
Number 1. Jimmy Page. Or
Does
Robert
he have
Plant.
it? Does he have it just like listed on here? His listed, maybe just on the comments, maybe, or in like the probably not, huh?
No. Well, again, we can look and see. He probably doesn't. I assume he's lazy enough to not do that. Yeah.
I mean, I don't do that, so.
Oh, that's sad. Well, yeah, neither do I. But I wish he would have done it.
I wish one of the 1,600 comments would have done it.
Yeah. Just really, he's got 1,600 comments.
Yeah, just
I'm
about.
jealous of that a little bit.
Yeah.
Are you up and around?
Oh, who? Rubber Finger subscribed with Prime. Thank you.